Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Melanie, and I am a former human resources director in the community banking space here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, turned entrepreneur. So August of 2025, I gave my employer my notice. I left my cushy title, amazing salary and benefits to start my own business. And this channel is going to be all about my journey and just kind of taking a look at what it looks like to leave corporate and be an entrepreneur. So woohoo! And hopefully I can help somebody else out there. It is a big, scary journey, but I'm so glad that I did it. I have not felt this healthy, happy, and free in years, so it's worth it. But yes, so again, my name is Melanie. The name of my company is Trimark Management Group, LLC. I do human resources consulting meaning I can write policies for companies, I can do employee relations investigations, I can handle your whistleblower investigations, everything, benefits, writing your human resources strategy, recruiting strategy, talent acquisition. I can help you with reviewing your handbook, updating all the things HR. I can do it. Benchmarking salaries, I can do it all. But my favorite thing is, and what I would like my focus to be down the road, is career development, professional development, coaching, and counseling. So for those of you out there, for people out there to who are considering leaving their current industry or considering, being an entrepreneur and how to leave corporate, or even more so, how do I get that promotion? How do I get that increase? Writing resumes, writing bios, updating LinkedIn profiles. I can do all of those things or work with you to get all of those things done. So I'll leave all of my contact information below. But I think this first video should be about the 5 steps that I used to get myself in this situation, to finally take that jump, that leap, and leave corporate and start my own business. And I really did some thinking about this, and there were 5 specific steps that I took to get here. And the first step is to recognize that you need to go. So most of us know it and we ignore it, and it never goes away. So you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I gotta get out of there. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Oh my gosh, it's making me sick. Oh my gosh, I'm not sleeping. How long can you do that? It's not healthy. You can't keep doing that. So that's the first step, acknowledging I gotta go. Second step is, now you got to get your mind right. So you've got to, if you're anything like me, all those years of denying what I really wanted to be doing, it caused so much anxiety, sleepless nights. And I spoke with a good friend of mine who is a therapist and counselor about not sleeping, and she recommended brain dumping. So brain dumping is when you journal, pen to paper, you write down all of your thoughts, what's going through your head, what's keeping you up at night, and just dumping it. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't have to be, so eloquent. You don't have to run it through Chat GPT to make sure it sounds right. This is just for you. So you're just dumping all of those thoughts, getting that hamster off the wheel and onto paper. What I eventually started doing, I had a 4-hour commute every day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. So that 2 hours in the morning or evening, or sometimes both, I would just hit that voice memo app on my phone and just start recording all of my thoughts and feelings. And it would be, this person pissed me off today. I don't want to do this crap tomorrow, preparing for a meeting, to personal things like, oh, Melanie, you got to remember to call your blah, blah, blah. You got to remember to do this, whatever is going through your head, all those racing thoughts. Sometimes it would even be like, stuff that you remember that happened in high school that just comes back to your brain, and your brain races, all that stuff. I would dump it onto a voice memo, and it really, really helped me so that when I got in the door in the evenings, I could be, a present mom, here, household to run, ready to take care of my son, ready to take care of my pets, in a much better mental space. So brain dumping, whether it be through a journal, whether it be through a voice memo. That's step 2. Step 1, decide you gotta go. Step 2, get hold of your anxiety. And actually, eventually, I did find a therapist that would talk to me virtually once every week at 9 o'clock at night. And what's funny about it is, in talking with her and telling her, how I was doing and what I was dealing with, and I remember her clearly saying to me, "You need to get out of that job." I'll never forget it, because all she did was say out loud what I've known and what I'd been thinking for years. So get your mental health in check. And then, so step 3 is then to decide on what you want to do. What do you want to do? So, okay, you got to go. You're getting your mind right. What are you going to do when you leave? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you finally want to go to law school? Do you want to be in finance? Do you want to be a chef? Do you want to find a side hustle? Be a day trader? What do you want to do? What's that thing? What's that thing? Only you know. Start an Etsy channel. Etsy shop. Maybe it's a shop. Etsy shop. I don't know. What do you want to do? And once you know what that is, every move you make after that is geared towards getting there. So, step 1, decide you got to go. Step 2, get your mental health in order. Step 3, decide on what you're doing when you leave. And then we get to step 4. It's when it can get a little scary. You got to look at your finances. You need to look at your credit. You need to look at your savings or lack thereof. Any retirement funds, your spending habits, your bills, your absolute mandated, required bills that ain't going nowhere, mortgage, car, that sort of thing, health insurance. You have to look at all of that stuff. I personally spoke with a financial advisor. I went through Fidelity. You don't have to use them, but they were just so wonderful. I worked with them a lot in the past in HR with 401k plans. So I just reached out to them and let them know I'm looking at leaving my job. How long can I go without a salary? They looked at all of my stuff and built a roadmap for me and let me know exactly how long I could go without an income. And it's really good advice, and that's what I've used, and that's how I left. And I know what my timeline looks like, where I gotta have some income coming in this door. So yeah, it's a reality check. So look at your finances, get your credit right, stop spending. Right now you're working on your goal, your life's purpose. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in a secure enough space that you can move towards your life's purpose, that's how you look at it. So it's not that you can't go out with your girls for drinks anymore. It's that I'm working on my life's purpose. And if that means that I have to limit the amount of times I go out with my girlfriends, limit the number of pairs of shoes that I buy, or whatever your thing is, you know what that is. Cut back on your travel, whatever that is. You got to do it because you're working on your life's purpose right now. And that is greater than anything else at this point in your life. And then step 5 is to give your notice. There's this new trend out there where people are saying, don't give them notice. If they're going to fire you, they're just going to fire you. Why give them notice that you're going to leave? You give them notice because you're not leaving because of them. You're leaving for yourself. Give them notice. Give them notice. I gave a lot of notice. I gave notice in August, the second week in August, that I was leaving the last week in September. And Totally worth it, because what that allowed me to do was get the department, get the company, get my team ready for my absence, because my leaving had nothing to do with that company. My leaving had absolutely everything to do with me and my decision to leave. So I wanted to know that I left them in a really good place. I mean, ethically speaking, you want to give notice. You want to give notice. Let your employer get ready for you to be gone for your absence. So we found my replacement. I met with her. I had written their HR strategy for 3 years. I had written their recruiting strategy for 3 years. I had the team prepared. I spoke with my replacement. I updated her and wrote out everything that she needed to know in order for me to be gone. And I left. And of course, I did make myself available to her if she needed me after I was gone. But yeah, and here I am running my own business. Yeah, it's scary stuff, but I've done it and it's amazing. So step 1, decide you need to leave. Step 2, get hold of your anxiety, your mental stress, get yourself right so that you can move on to what you want to do, which is step 3, deciding on what you want to do. Step 4, get your finances in order, talk with a financial advisor, take a good hard look at your finances, your credit, your savings, your lack of savings, how you spend, and get a hold of it. Get a good grip on it. And then step 5 is to give your notice, prepare your area, your company, your department, your team for your absence, because you got bigger, better things to do. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I'm going to post more, and I'm sure this is going to morph and change this whole channel as I grow into a comfort level with doing this. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about my channel. And I do hope that I help somebody out there. And if you have any questions, if you want to get in touch with me, all of my contact information will be below. I wanted to keep this at 15 minutes, and it looks like I'm at like a little over 12 minutes. So I hope I didn't talk too quick. I hope I didn't speak too quickly. You can tell me that too. I'm pretty tough. I can take it. So thank you again. And I wish you all the best. Peace.